everybody. First of all, I personally would like to thank the University of Oklahoma men's basketball program and ESPN and AP for recognizing that our boys are back. That's right, they're back in the top 25. It happened last week after my videos were made. That Monday, the polls came out, and guess who's number 25 in those polls? OU. And you know they're good for another week because this video is kind of a day late. So they're still out there and there's that going on. Now, as far as that last week, 2 upsets. The Sooners were involved in them both. The Sooners first headed on the road against Kansas State, where the Wildcats outlast the Sooner Schooner by 6, 72-66, Kansas State. But the Sooners bounced back in style as the Sooners tamed the Bears in Waco 66-64, a buzzer beater. But before we go to the buzzer beater, let's get you to last week's midweek game against Kansas State. The leading scorers for each side. Oklahoma, Agent 00, Ryan Spangler, 21 points last against Kansas State that night. Number 2, Marcus Foster had 18 points in the game. Shootings for the halves. First half for Oklahoma, the Sooners shot 38.7% from inside the arc and 45.5% from outside the arc. The Wildcats of Kansas State, the Wildmen of Manhattan, shot 59.1% from inside the arc and 61.5% from outside the arc as we head to intermission. In the second half, the Schooner shot 28.6% from inside the arc and 16.7% from outside the arc. Kansas State shot a little lower too in their average. They also averaged 28.6% from inside the arc, but shot 37.5% from outside the arc. For the game, the Oklahoma Schooners shot 33.3% from inside the arc and 30.4% from outside the arc, while Kansas State shot 42% from inside the arc and 52.4% from outside the arc. The shot of the game was made when Isaiah Cousins scored a jumper to keep the Sooners on top, 60-56. Sooners. Of course, as we all know, the Sooners ended up giving up that lead and losing the game 72-66. But last Saturday, Oklahoma was on the other side of an upset. They pulled one of their own mark. On their second straight Saturday, this one on the road, Oklahoma at Baylor, the Sooners tamed the Bears in Waco, 66-64 Sooners. On the road team, Buddy Hield, number 24. He had 19 points in the game, all in the second half, and all were clutch for Buddy Hield. He was the leading scorer for OU. For Baylor, it was the number 1, Kenny Cherry. He had 16 points in the game. Shooting percentages. Oklahoma shot 23.3% from inside the arc and 7.7% from outside the arc. The Baylor Bears, they shot 36.7% from inside the arc and 20.7% from outside the arc. As we head to intermission, in the second half, Oklahoma shot 57.7% from inside the arc and 46.2% from behind the arc. The Bears, they shot 44.8% from inside the arc and 40.0% from outside the arc from three-point range. As for the game is concerned, the Sooners shot 39.3% from inside the arc and 26.9% from outside the arc, while Baylor shot 40.7% from inside the arc and 30% from outside the arc. The shot of the game was when Buddy Hield scored one of his many three-pointers to put the Sooners on top, 58-57. Oklahoma. Speaking of Oklahoma and Baylor, by the way, Baylor will be in Norman in a few weeks on February 8th, and you don't want to miss it. I know you don't. I'll be there. You want to know who else is going to be there? Let me show you. See this right here? I'm proud of this puppy. Sugar Bowl champions, baby. See my shirt? Sooner Magic, baby. It's back. And you, watching this pregame show, or postgame show, I'm sorry, can be a part of it. You can do your part once again. I know a lot of you showed up to the Sugar Bowl. If you weren't able to, you can meet the team. And even if you were able to, like I was, you could still meet the team. Offensive stars like Trevor Knight, the Sugar Bowl MVP, the Cowboy Killer, Jalen Saunders, and many more offensive gurus, offensive stars will be in the Lloyd Noble Center on February the 8th when we have the payback game for Baylor. All you have to do is have your ticket in hand and be in your seat an hour and a half before tip. At that time, you'll head to the Clinton Lounge, where you'll get all your autographs signed by Saunders, Knight, Eichard, Connor Knight, Blake Bell, all of them will be there. Sterling Shepard, my personal favorite Sterling Shepard. Shout out to my boy Shep. Mad love, baby. I love you too. Well, if you want to do that, you can. That's all you got to do. Just be there on that particular Saturday, the payback game for Baylor. Wait a minute. You're not like me. You don't have season tickets? It's not hard to do. Pick up a phone. This thing right here. 1-800-456-GO-OU. Or go onto your local ticket office after watching this show on Soonersports.com. Click on tickets and click on the Baylor game. If you do that, you'll have a ticket. The place will be packed. Packed, I tell you. Maybe not as packed as when the defensive specialists will be there for Bedlam, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be mad about this 2-point loss, and the fans are going to want a little bit of revenge. You can be there too. The team will also be doing a halftime presentation of the Sugar Bowl trophy at that particular game. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please remember, follow me on Twitter at SoonerFanOK or find me on Facebook, Harry James Taylor. Thanks for watching, everybody. And as always, Boomer Sooner, everybody. Take care.